horrible person. This guy is like literally flirting with every girl, and he's so like not loyal to his wife since season one,
Yeah.
and he doesn't really admit to anything. And I'm like, bro, you are
Thank
literally
you.
on the wrong side. This is
Yeah.
wrong. This is totally wrong. Like you're married
Yeah.
and you're doing all of this shit at work.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give Tyler credit for a little bit. I mean, right now, up until season two, he has the right to flirt and do whatever because they're getting a divorce.
Yeah.
And I think that's where Brandy was coming from too, in the sense that, but it comes off really off from her, in the sense that Alex does look messy because the ink isn't dry. He's not divorced; he is separated. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the We Binged It podcast. My name is MJ.
And my name is PK.
And in this podcast, we talk about all of the TV shows and movies and everything in between that we've binged this week. PK, how you doing?
Not too bad. I've had the day off, so I did some like errands, did some cleaning up. Definitely have a lot more to do, but I'm trying to relax a bit because it's been pretty crazy with work.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been good so far. How have you been doing, MJ?
I've been doing okay. Like I've been really anxious and kind of like depressed for no reason, I think. But I mean, I think there are multiple reasons as to why I am. But I guess my body is not keeping up with my mind, or my mind is keeping up with my body. Either way, I don't know. Like I'm just not in the greatest of mental states this week. And I'm just trying to, I guess I haven't been exercising. That also takes a play in it. I need to maybe go for a walk because I've been cooped up in the house. Because I really been trying to save money. And I haven't been in the office this week because there have been several big cases that I need to like focus on, and I'm more able to do that when I'm at home rather than the office. The office is more is it's less distraction. It's less distracting here at home. So basically, I haven't been out. But however, I'm starting school this week. I'm going to be in Toronto this evening, so that's going to be fun. Looks like I'm going to be going into Toronto a couple times a week. So love that for me. Um, but I don't know. Like I think I'm at the point where like I'm tired of going to school. Like I just want to work and travel. That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah,
How-
you definitely got like a lot on your plate, like school, work, and like balancing everything. It's so tough. Like, I don't know how people do it. Like, you're working full time and going to school. That's like crazy, crazy.
It
But I
is
think
crazy
you're handling it well, or as well as you can for sure. But
as
I think
well.
it's definitely like adjusting to it, right? Like you're in that adjustment period because you just started trying to balance both, I guess. But
Yeah,
yeah, I totally feel that. Like I don't know if I do want to go back to school, but when I do, I feel like I'm not going to enjoy it as much because I do like that work routine versus like that school routine. But yeah, it's always so funny because like when my sister goes to school, she's like, I can't believe you're considering going back. Like I would never do that. And I feel like she's more of like a work person. She'd rather just be
but
working than
she's in
doing anything.
pharmacy school now, isn't she not?
Yeah, she's in school and she like does not like it. She hates it. She's
Oh,
like, I've been like going to classes all day and I'm like, isn't that what you're supposed to be doing? And she's like, yeah, but it's tiring.
I get it. It's really exhausting, and kudos for those who are still going to school past the age of 30. I mean, I thought
Yeah,
that's what I would be doing, but honestly, like I love working and then clocking out and not
yeah,
worry about grades or this, that, and third, and try to please your professor, and clocking out, relaxing, doing your own personal life stuff, and then if you want to travel, book days off. Like that's
yeah,
is for me, and like the whole trying to go back to school and trying to get good grades, and I'm like, I'm at the point where I don't mind going back to school if this is if I want to be in this position, and the program is about a year.
hmm,
But I am not going to be crazy focused about grades. I can care less about. I mean, I want to do good, but
yeah,
I'm not going to care about doing well, because I
yeah,
don't think that's nobody's going to look at your employer's not going to look at your grades. So they're going to be like, what did you get in your? I mean, some employers. When I was watching Selling Sunset,
yeah.
um,
Oh,
the the new
that,
season. I think Jason acts the new girl who wants to
It was
be in
so
the
funny.
group.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh, what's your GPA? And she's like,
She's like, why does it matter?
but you know what though? I get it because I think he wants smart realtors. He wants people
Yeah.
who work hard and who's smart. He doesn't just want a person who has connections. He wants
Yeah.
somebody who's willing to put in the work and who has innovative solutions into buying, selling houses and
Yeah.
brand and things like that. So I get it.
I think
But
it's because also she still has to write her exam. So you
mhm,
definitely do need like that studying mindset in order to pass that exam. So I think that's what he was kind of trying to get at because
yeah,
otherwise it's like I think it's more like 30% being like smart about it and like memorizing stuff, but like 70% is like communication, being
hard
able to
work.
connect
Yeah,
with people and like convince people. It's very like communication heavy, that
yeah,
job, you know?
very communication heavy, but it's also a lot of hard work. So, for instance, like the girls
Yeah.
were knocking door to door saying, "Hey, I'm a realtor in this neighborhood. You're thinking of selling or buying a house. Think of me." So you have to put in the manpower. It's not enough to be like, "Oh, I'm a real estate agent." Well, where are your clients? Like, where's
Yeah.
your next deal going to come from? Side note: do you have a fan on behind you or something? Do you have a
Uh,
fan on?
no, that's my laptop heating up.
Oh wow, love that, love
I know, I know.
that.
It's like really
Get
old, so it starts
ghetto.
heating up when we're doing too much.
Yeah,
So I think it's because the light is connected to my laptop and I'm recording. So it's definitely being like, help me. And I'm like,
yeah.
you can do this.
The- like you guys would be like shocked on how I'm doing this today. Like I'm on like the Chrome on my laptop wasn't working, so I have a flashlight with one phone, and then the other phone is through this connection here on the pot. Anyways, um, but yeah, that's kind of how I'm doing. Like I'm doing okay. I'm just trying to figure out how to brighten my days. Um, because there's a lot of cons, a lot of things I don't like right now in my life, but I need to really focus on the positive and try to meditate and stay in the present.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely trying to find that balance. It's it's hard when you're doing school and work, but I think you'll get there.
Hope
You're
so.
really like hardworking, and you always had like that really good balance too. So I think it's just you adjusting right now and finding that routine. But once you do, I think you'll do well.
Thank you. Thank you. Um, but yeah, it's interesting. Um, what are your shifts now? Your shifts now still like 7, 11 p.m. or to 11 a.m. or
Yeah, they're mostly day shifts, so I've kind of swapped my schedule out a bit. I kind of am taking a few days off, but that means that next week I'm gonna be working um, straight. So I'm going to be
oh,
working back to back, but it is going to be day shifts. So I think it'll be
mhm,
okay. I think it'll be better because I'll have those nights to do whatever I need to do. But
that's nice.
because of like family and stuff, I had to take some days off. But the thing with taking days off is like you're basically going to be working the next week overtime almost, but you're not getting
Mhm.
overtime pay because you swapped your shifts, kind of thing.
I mean, that doesn't still doesn't make any sense. I mean, if you are making 40 hours, if you're working over 40 hours, I think overtime is like over 44 or something like that.
Yeah, but I think it's I don't know how it really works. I think I need to find out because I am going to be working more than 40 hours next week because of the swap shifts. So
Hmm.
I don't think they consider it overtime if it
Hmm.
is swapped. So it won't be approved for overtime. But I should probably just ask it just in case.
You should ask. I'm pretty sure that's not how the law works. Even if it doesn't matter where the shifts are coming from, at the end of the day, if you're working more than a certain amount of hours, actually no, I think some employers do overtime pay. Actually, no, I lied. It depends on the contract. So, for instance, for me, I could be working 80 hours a week, but I would have to tell my boss those 40 extra hours that I'm working will be pay in lieu. So the way our contract is, it's a union agreement. the extra 40 hours that I'm making is not 40 hours in pay that you're going to be getting in your pocket.
Hmm.
It's more like 40 hours in extra time off.
Okay,
So,
vacation hours.
yes, exactly. So it's called pay in lieu. But yeah, check the contract that you made. But anywho, that's pretty good. I guess we can go into our game of kiss, marry, and kill.
Yeah.
I don't really have. I mean, are we talking about Selling Sunset today?
Yeah.
Have you binged it?
I watched half of it.
Ah, I binged the entire thing.
You did?
I
No
did. It's so
way.
good. It's so good.
How
It's
many
so.
episodes is it? It's like nine, right?
It's 9. It's super short.
Yeah, I'm on the sixth episode, so I have like three more to go.
Okay, then we're not talking about it until you finish it. Then, um, what show? I mean, what can we like? What shows have you watched other than that? Then,
We can still talk about it, but just don't. Actually, it doesn't matter. Like, what are you gonna ruin? Like, I don't
okay,
know.
fine.
It just kind of felt like I needed a break from it after watching
Yeah,
six episodes. I was like, okay, I need a break, and I started
yeah,
watching another show. So we can
yeah,
definitely just talk about it. It doesn't matter.
yeah. Okay. We need to figure out our 3 guys for Kiss, Mary, and Kill. I mean, one of them could be the
Tyler.
guy in Selling Sunset. What's his name?
Tyler.
The one that everybody's obsessed with, but apparently, like, who cares? The guy who's divorced,
Tyler.
Tyler. Um,
What?
and I guess we could talk about The Other Black Girl, which is a TV show on, I forgot which show it's on, but it is on somewhere. But let me show you. Yes, my glasses are broken. I need to fix it. Don't worry about it. The Other Black Girl, it is a TV show that I started to watch. It's so good. I'm starting to binge it. It's so good. It's kind of like horror, it's kind of like a thriller. So it's not really scary, but they have kind of those thriller horror moments. So it's a mystery, basically. That's what Google says, but it's kind of like a thriller mystery, and it's a comedy. It really touches upon race. It's on Hulu, but we'll talk about that. I would say now we have Tyler from Selling Sunset. Let's use Hunter Parrish. He's like the spicy white guy. Hunter Parrish is like the spicy white guy. I love him. The black and brown girls love him. Hunter Parrish, and then I guess we can do
Do the
um
other guy from Selling Sunset.
what
Austin.
who's
Austin.
lost?
I mean, Selling OC.
Oh, Selling OC. Yeah, guys, it's Selling OC, not Selling Sunset. Selling OC. So okay, so we got Hunter Parrish, we got Tyler, and then one more guy.
Let's do
I guess.
Austin Victoria.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, let's talk about them. Okay, sure. Okay, so who would you pick? Hunter Parrish from The Other Black Girl, Austin Victoria from Selling OC, and Tyler from Selling OC. Kiss,
Um,
kill.
you have to explain the other one, the Parish one.
So Hunter Parrish, he dates the main character in The Other Black Girl, and he's a really good, supportive, partner. Like there's nothing about him. Like when there's racism going on in the workplace, he's like, oh, talk about it and combat it. Like he's just like this. I'm about 2 episodes in, so I don't know much about him yet, but he seems like a really sweet, supportive, partner to the main character, and seems like a really great guy. He's making money, so we love that.
Oh, okay, okay, nice. Um,
So,
I would
mm,
kill Tyler.
okay.
I would kiss or marry. Um, just based on what we know so far, I guess I would marry Austin and then kiss Parrish.
Okay. Okay. There was a little bit of a glitch there, but I think your screen is back. Um, but yeah. Anyways, okay, so you say that again. Sorry, who are you kissing?
I would kiss Parrish, Harrison
Okay.
Parrish, and
Okay.
then I would marry Austin Victoria, and then I would
Okay.
kill Tyler. I don't know his last name. Stentz. whatever.
Yeah, it
Tyler.
doesn't. So why would you marry Austin is the question.
He looks like a loyal family guy. He seems like he's like
Hmm.
really supportive of his family and he wants to be there for his family too. So he
Hmm.
definitely seems like the hardworking guy that is providing for his family. But I think his personality definitely has a little bit of like issues, but in general, he seems like he's like good looking and he's hardworking. So I think those are good qualities to have.
I don't look. I think Austin is one of those guys who tries to talk himself into doing crazy things
Hmm.
for his family. Like he keeps saying, "Oh, I'm traveling because of you guys. I'm doing it because of you guys." At the end of the day, you're traveling for work. Just say that, and it's so clear that his wife is low key jealous or doesn't want him to go. So it's
Yeah,
super awkward.
yeah.
Okay. So just say you're going for work and that's what it is, and don't keep saying, "Oh my God, I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for you." No, like that to me is your way of excusing all of like all the bad things. So it does look like though, and he did say in the show that he doesn't really help out with the kids. Like all
Yeah.
he does is put them to bed, and I'm like, bro, massive red flag.
He did
And
say
he
that he
wants
wants
another
to spend
kid.
more time with his kids, so he does want to. I guess he was saying something about not having another kid because he won't have enough time. Something about that. But I think he's thinking
He
about
wants.
it, but he's
He
not
doesn't
really
want.
putting any action into it. Like there's no steps that he's taking.
He doesn't want another kid. I think it's because it's expensive for him to get another kid. I think that was the reason. But
Yeah.
I don't think they should be having any children. I think they have like super huge marital issues. But however, everybody treats their marriage differently. I mean, if you're okay with you just working, coming home, putting your kids to bed, and then the wife only doing all of the child rearing and raising,
Yeah.
that's freaking weird. And he talks about, oh, how, he's the breadwinner, he goes and does the work, and then she's the one who does everything for the children. I mean, that's really weird to me. So that's why I would kill Austin. I would kiss Tyler, even though Tyler is not
Wow.
my type at all physically. And then I would marry Harrison. um
Really?
yes. Mm-hmm.
Why would
Mm-hmm.
you why would you kiss Tyler? Tyler's just a horrible person. This guy is like literally flirting with every girl and he's so like not loyal to his wife since season 1
Yeah.
and he doesn't really admit to anything and I'm like, "Bro, you are
Thank
literally
you.
on the wrong side. This is
Yeah.
wrong. This is totally wrong. Like you're married
Yeah.
and you're doing all of this shit at work."
Yeah. So I'm gonna give Tyler credit for a little bit. I mean, right now, up until season 2, he has the right to flirt and do whatever because they're getting a divorce.
Yeah.
And I think that's where Brandy was coming from too, in the sense that, but it comes off really off from her, in the sense that Alex does look messy because the ink isn't dry. He's not divorced; he is separated, and we don't really know what's been going on there. So I get where Brandy's coming from, but however, I do agree with you that Tyler was way like I didn't understand the dynamic with him and the girls. If you're married, you don't do any of that shit. Like you don't have Alex, eat your nose on the beach in season 1 or like flirt with the new girl. Like all of these things. Like, you allowed all of that to happen because you did not say
Exactly.
no. That was you.
Exactly.
That was you.
Exactly.
So right. Alex did not own up to anything in season 1.
Yeah.
And his wife had the right.
Oh, I think we
His
lost
wife,
your picture. Oh,
oh, we're here. Sorry
okay.
about that. Basically, my phone's about to die. We got 20 or 10 seconds. 10, I think it's 20%. So love that for us.
20 minutes.
Um, no, I think like 20% low battery.
Oh, that's
But
fine.
anyway, yeah, I think that's fine for now. But um, can you guys see me still?
Yeah. I can see you.
Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, like he doesn't own up to anything that he does, and it's actually so sad. And I don't
Yeah.
know, and that's probably the reason why he got divorced, because any person who's in a marriage wouldn't do half the stuff that he did. And it's like really
Exactly.
creepy. But
I just
I,
think it's
but
like not that professional. I feel like he's being like super like touchy touchy, feely feely with like the girls at work. And I feel like there
yeah,
needs to be boundaries, right? And he doesn't have any boundaries. He literally
he
blurs
had,
the boundaries every time and he doesn't like admit to it. It's like it's okay if you did it and you made a mistake, but just admit that this is what happened and this is
yeah,
clearly a mistake and it's not professional at all. And I think that's what like Brandy was trying to get at because it makes sense. I feel like it's super awkward for the other coworkers to be in the same environment, especially when they have so much like tension between them and they're like
yeah,
super like touchy touchy in front of everybody else too. So it's like they're not even
yeah.
like keeping it as a secret. They're like doing it in front of others and it's just super uncomfortable because I've been in that position at work too and I'm like, no, this is
Mm,
like unprofessional and you're also like the people that were being super touchy touchy are in relationships themselves too. So
yeah.
it's like
And
very
I
awkward.
Yeah, and I get it, and it is awkward, but let them be foolish. It's on them. Like they're the ones doing it. And I get where Brandy's coming from. I think Brandy looks at Alex as a friend, but I don't think Alex is really her friend, and vice versa.
Yeah.
But they like Alex keeps crying in the show, saying that, "Oh my God, she's such a good friend." Da, 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 da. How, where, how? Like I don't understand the friendship, but whatever. We don't. We only see like snippets of their life, not their entire life. I do
Yeah.
agree that what Brandy's saying it is all of it is messy, but Brandy, I don't think you should continue to talk about it anymore. You said your
Yeah.
piece. They didn't like it. Girl, focus on your work, focus on you and your family, focus on your mental healing and then move on. Like obviously they didn't like your opinion. You gave your opinion and they think it's judgmental, which is not really judgmental. They asked for your opinion and you gave it to them and you were honest like anybody would. And
Yeah.
you're right. I mean, it what they do affects the reputation of the Oppenheim group and also affects their reputation of them individually. And they don't seem to get that. If clients are spending half an hour about talking about something that has nothing to do with real estate and it's about two of the coworkers kissing, that's a problem, no?
Yeah, exactly. I think like Brandy is right to keep bringing it up a little bit because it is affecting her work. As long as
Yes.
it like wasn't affecting her work, I think she's super like independent and hardworking. But once like stuff like get in the way of her work, she's definitely gonna like tell them and try to remove that barrier because she's just
Hmm.
so like focused on work and she wants to get shit done. But things can't
Hmm.
get done if like people are like messing around in the office and then
Yeah.
her clients are also being affected by that and like making rumors and like talking about it and like
Hmm.
it does affect her work, so I feel like I see her anger and I see why
Hmm.
she's like telling them and it's like she's being like her intentions are genuine, right? Like it's
Yeah.
about her work. It's not like she's trying to like be rude about it or not be a good friend about it. Like she's being straight up and she's telling them like this is messy and this needs to stop.
Yeah. And they don't really get that. And they're calling her psycho and all of these things. Playing devil's advocate, here's the thing. I have no problems of my colleagues dating,
Yeah.
but I like it shouldn't, like you said, it shouldn't really affect the work. I don't really think it's affecting the work in the way Brandy thinks it is, like to that effect.
Hmm.
But again, it's affecting the reputation of their work, you know? And on TV, it does look super messy. And that's why I really can't wait for you to watch the last three episodes. Um, Now, on the topic, I really want to talk about, the girl that Tyler was flirting with in season one. Do you think she had the right to be like, it's like Tyler is a hypocrite? La, 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 la. No,
Oh,
no, girl. You still flirted with a married man. Like
yeah.
you were on there,
You were
sir.
literally in the wrong.
You're still in the wrong. Like there's no hypocrite. Like it's apples and oranges. He's now like getting a divorce. At the time, he was deep in his marriage, and you still flirted with him. I mean, I don't really understand why they deserve to give you an apology because that's what she's saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I don't get that because you clearly flirted with a married man and you knew what you were doing and you thought it was okay. And then Polly and Alex were telling you, like, no, that's not okay. He's married. And like, you're not supposed to be like flirting and like trying to like fuck the guy. But like,
however. was still super flirty with Alex, even in with Tyler in season one too.
I know.
Alex
And I'm like,
flirty. But like, I get it. It's kind of like, okay, she has it, but I think the difference was like she didn't kiss him, but Alex still ate his face on the beach. So like, I don't really
yeah, like all of these, it's just super messy. Like this guy has no boundaries where he says like,
no
"Oh,
boundaries,
this
bro.
this doesn't work for me. Like I'm married and I'm like loyal to my wife and like don't do this stuff around me." But like we can still stay friends. Like he just like blurs the line of like friendship and colleagues and being married. I don't know. He has no boundaries.
He has no boundaries. Like I don't like. I understand like you and Alex are friends, but flirtatious, but and that's why everybody is like, are you guys dating? Like, are you guys
Yeah.
together? What
And
is?
remember in the first episode, like there was so much tension between them. I thought they were dating.
I thought they were dating, bro. The first episode too. I'm like, wait a minute, did they
I was
fuck?
like, what? No way. He picks her up as well and brings her to the house. And I was like, wait, you guys are not dating? Wait, what?
And
Who
she
does
goes,
that with a
oh,
coworker? I feel like that's a bit too much.
it's a bit too much. He goes, oh, Tyler, you know, I have boundaries. You know, I'm like, and then the next 10 seconds he picks her up. So I'm like, what? What boundaries, girl, do you have? Because I don't see any.
There's
I don't
no
see
boundaries there, no boundaries.
Oh my god. Okay, what did you think about the Alexanders? The two blonde
Mm.
girls that were tied to the hip in the first season and now they're kind of breaking apart. What do you think about that?
Um, I found it I don't know. I didn't really have much to say about that. I feel like
Mm,
she apparently she was lying about some stuff, like about her first name being Rachel, which was on the passport or whatever, and that she was a swinger. So there was a lot of like rumors going on about her, and like she was a
yeah.
ring collector too. So I think she has like a lot of like rumors going on about her, but I don't know if any of that is like really true and if anybody really knows her that much and if anybody's really close to her.
It's kind of looks clear that no one is close to her, but apparently,
Even the new
uh,
girl, I feel like she's not, she's just trying to get her foot in.
poor new girl. She's like, this group is saying she's ugly, da, 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 and the other group is saying don't trust her, da, 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 da. And she's like, well, I just want to come in and do work, guys. Like, I don't want to be paid.
I'm like, you chose the wrong
You
group.
chose the wrong. I think she knew that. Like, I think she's
Yeah,
a famous person from the South. I think her family is famous.
yeah,
I think her family is the Kardashians of the South. I believe.
really.
I think so.
Yeah, I think that's
Um,
what they call
yeah,
themselves. I think they won like the whole like Miss USA
Miss
pageant and
USA
stuff.
of yeah. So she was talking about how she did Miss USA on her
Yeah,
own and girl, your mom was Miss USA. You have money.
exactly.
So you're like, what are you? What are you? What do you say? What are you saying to Jason right now? Like, I don't understand. And you're a tall, thin, pretty white girl. So
Exactly. Like,
I don't get it,
it's
Christ. Like that conversation with
that's
like Jason
crazy to
was
me.
like awkward as fuck, awkward as frick. Because I'm like, okay, aren't you like generationally wealthy? Like your family ties down to like the antebellum South. Like aren't like I and why are you saying, oh, I became Miss and all on my own. Like I wasn't in the pageants growing up, but your mom.
Exactly.
Was.
Like your mom won Miss USA. So
My
I don't get how you weren't in that world before.
God. No,
That makes no
like that.
sense.
That's I guess that's white rich people talk. But yeah, for the Alexanders, I think we don't really know her. I think she only puts
Yeah.
forth what she wants us to see. However, I do agree that you don't have to be tied to the hip. I mean, it's a mentor mentee relationship, even though she's denying the
Mhm.
whole mentor mentee relationship. Um, yeah, I don't know. Like it's interesting.
Yeah. I
I
do
think
think like Rose was a mentor to Jarvis, but I think they're definitely
it
different
was the other way
people.
around. I think Jarvis is like an incredible real estate agent without Rose. all we see
Yeah.
Rose is always just talking about her flirting with the guy, and like Jarvis is like, let's look at the backyard and let's see the square footage, and you can see how the viewing actually upgrades the value of the house. And she's like, oh, you see, can you look at girls from through these binoculars? And Jarvis is like, anyways, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think and Jarvis is a lawyer, like she has degrees, so she's a smart girl. I thought it was the other way around. I thought Rose was the mentee and Jarvis was um the mentor. So I didn't know it was the other way around. So that was interesting.
I think it was
Other
the other
than
way around because Jarvis joined after Rose, and Rose had some experience in the real estate market. So
that,
just getting that knowledge was what Jarvis needed, and those connections.
mhm,
Like she had a lot of like clientele, so she was able to share and like bring Jarvis on to
mhm.
listings. And I think that's what is kind of what she thought her mentorship relationship was. But in terms of like professionalism and talking to the clients, like Jarvis just had that down. But like
Yes.
Rose, God knows, like this girl like is really unprofessional with her conversations with her clients. It's a bit too much.
And apparently there's some rumors about her trying to poach the other Alexander's clients, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know about that. But other than that, any other points from telling Lucy that you want to talk about before we go into the other black girl?
No, I think that was it.
Okay, so the other black girl is a Hulu show on Netflix, and it is very good. Like I said, it is a thriller. It's a mystery. Apparently, it's a mystery, but I've only watched a couple episodes and I'm loving it so far. I would say it's extremely well casted. So, what is the other black girl? The other black girl, Nella, is based off of a book. So, if you guys probably are like, oh, like what is this show? I think I've recognized the name. It's based off of a book, which I actually do have. So I'm actually it's a best-selling novel, and a New York Times best-selling novel. Nella, an editorial assistant, is tired of being the only black girl out at her company. So she's excited when Hazel is hired, the other black girl. But as Hazel's star begins to rise, Nella spirals out and discovers something sinister is going on in the company. So far I think like he's seeing things in the company, like for instance, like someone left her a note saying, Nella, you need to leave the company. She's seeing things through her computer, kind of like spirits or something like supernatural is happening. So it's really, really well casted. I'm loving it so far. You have Ashley Murray, Bellamy Young, our girl from How to Get Away, no, Scandal. Bellamy Young,
Oh.
the wife to the president in Scandal. The
Mhm.
wife.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I remember her.
I
Oh,
freaking
so
love
good.
her, and she is in this. We have Hunter Parrish, like I said, like our Hattie, so cute. Owen, and Brittany Abumula and Sinclair Daniel, and of course Eric McCormick. He was in that show. Um, Oh my God. Eric McCormick. Y'all know the show that I'm talking about. Like he is very good in Perception, but Will and Grace. Will and Grace. If you guys know Will and Grace TV show, Eric McCormick, he's in that. So highly recommend. I love it so much. I would say it's extremely bingeable. All 10 episodes. I think it's 8 or 10 episodes are already out. So
Ooh.
you can binge it. So I'm probably gonna end up doing that this weekend. In addition to watching
Definitely
a lot of
seems like well casted for sure.
extremely well casted and the acting is pretty good, not great though.
Mm.
But it's interesting because let me ask you this. If you thought a Arthur in a book wrote a character that was extremely problematic, let's say a bit racist or a bit stereotypical, um and a caricature of something that society perceives a race is but not it actually is in real life, would you actually point that out to your boss, or would you keep it, that criticism, and just continue working? For me, I would not point it out because I mean, if you asked me a few years ago, I'd be like, yeah, I would. Da, da, da. No, I'm at the point where I'm tired of the politics and the BS. I'm ready. Like, I would leave
Hmm.
if my blackness is being constantly targeted and misconstrued, on an everyday basis. I would just keep my mouth quiet, continue to work, and look for another job. What would you do, PK?
Yeah, I think it's important definitely to have like a work environment that doesn't put you down and that like brings you up. So I think for I would now, yeah, also just leave and find a better job just because I know there is better jobs out there. But like maybe before I would be too scared to leave because I
Yeah.
would be like, oh my God, this is like the only job I have. But like
Hmm.
it's just knowing when to say no almost, right? Like you can't always say yes. You can't always be like a yes person and try to please everybody. So just trying to do what's best for you and your mental health.
Yes, and for me, and it does look like her mental health is being severely affected. So I would just go. And sometimes, working somewhere else that has less pay and you're happy is better than being in a job you are miserable at every single day, and it affects your body, your mind. Um, but I would say only speak up and point it out if your voice and your opinion and your take is valued.
Yeah.
And if it's not, then don't. But if it is, do speak up. If not, there really is no point to waste your energy, your time into speaking to something that would just go and be swallowed up into a void.
Yeah.
So,
I would definitely do that at first. Like if I do think that it would lead somewhere, I would definitely try to speak up and like let them know about the concerns. But if
yeah,
they're not going to listen and if they're not like really, you don't really have that much trust in them, I don't think there's any point going down that road. Rather, just focusing on yourself and trying to find like a better job that is better suited to you, you know?
absolutely. That's exactly where I'm at right now, personally. But again, speak up if you think that your comments would create change in your business, in your
Yeah.
organization at work.
Yeah, it's
Um,
definitely important to
yeah,
speak up because there's a lot of people that don't speak up and it just like continues for years and years and it affects other people as well and just like the company in general. But yeah, I think it is important. I did want to talk about one other show that I was watching on Netflix quickly. So it's called Glow Up. I don't know if
mm-hmm.
you've seen it. I love it so much. It's like a makeup
Want
competition.
to talk about it in this episode, or do you want to wait until next? Because it's 36 minutes in.
Um, Probably, I'm just gonna talk about it for another minute. Like, it's
Okay.
not like a huge thing.
Okay.
So I did binge it and I love it so much. I love how the makeup artists they are so creative and it's different because I used to love art, but I think doing makeup on the face is a little bit different because you need to prep
Mm,
the face a little bit and you
mhm.
need to know how the application is different for different like powders and foundations and stuff. But I think
And
I
different.
might like get into that. I think I
Mhm.
might do like art projects on my face. I feel like it'll be so cool. But yeah.
Basically, what makeup artists do now every single day in their life. Or you could just do a canvas. I mean, like I am not shooting down whatever you decide to do, but
Yeah, I'm
like what
used to
you
like
like what?
doing paintings on a canvas, but I think it'll be cool to do like an art piece on your like own face.
Okay, I love that for
It's just gonna be hard because it's gonna be it's like a different type of canvas, and you need to know
you.
how to work with it.
I mean, it would be a really cool thing to do that, like as your costume for Halloween. You paint your face, you come in and be like, "Yeah, who did this?" And PK be like, "Yeah, girl, I did this. Look at my
It's
face."
more just for like content. Like if I want to like make content, I think I would do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
If I'm
But
already
you
doing
can
like
still do it, like
painting,
on a day that you're busy and free. You can do it.
yeah,
Just do it. Wash it off.
yeah,
Just fun.
exactly. It's more of just like a thing to do on the side, not to like show anybody, just to like take pictures and like post, I guess, on like a page. But I
So
don't
it,
know. But I don't know if it's gonna work out because it's different. Like the canvas
well,
is
just
different,
well,
and
just
the
start. doing it, just start doing it because you like to do it. Just do it. It's a hobby, right? Just do it. You're like, it's your interest. Why not? It's not. You're not gonna hurt any.
Yeah,
You're not
like
gonna.
I've always loved painting, but I feel like this is like a new way of doing that. So it's a little bit more interesting versus like trying to do the same thing over and over again. I feel like, I don't know. It's like something new that I think I'll try because I'm just like loving Glow Up. Like I love this show so much. And I'm like, oh my God, like I love art too. And I'm not too familiar with makeup, honestly. But I think it just comes with practice and there's so much like resources online like TikToks and stuff that show you how to do it, and also MJ's TikToks that show you a lot about makeup.
That's right, y'all. I do a lot of makeup content on TikTok. So, yeah, I do know a lot, but I don't know everything. So I can definitely help you on your well, does the show do a lot of like art pieces, or is it just a makeup, like an everyday makeup, or is it like, very, intricate,
Yeah,
complex
like some of
looks?
the challenges are very intricate. They're like art projects that they do on their
Mm.
face using like prosthetics, using like different like just like
Uh,
artwork on your face. But there's also
yeah.
different challenges where they do glam makeup on red carpet actors
Mm,
and actresses, or they do like drag makeup on some drag queens and drag kings. So it's
nice.
a lot of like very different challenges that they have to work with. So it's not only just like art projects, but it's also learning how to
Mhm.
do glam makeup, how to do drag makeup, different types of makeup.
Mm, cool. Yeah, I might look into it, might watch a trailer or whatever. But I think that's it for this episode. Is that correct, PK? Is there
Yeah,
anything
that's
else?
it. Yeah.
We'll check back next week on PK's new hobby of painting on the face. So, thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Definitely leave us a review. We would really, really, really appreciate it if you'd leave 5 stars. Anything less than 5 stars, we don't know you. We don't want to talk about it. We don't want to see you. But for now, don't forget to subscribe. Okay. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.